Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama. We talk about records, we listen to records. Today, I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing of the Charles Lloyd 8 Kindred Spirits limited edition 3LP signed and hand-numbered box set. And the reason why I'm doing this quick unboxing for you guys is I noticed that these are still available on the Charles Lloyd website. They're $175. These are limited edition. I was surprised that there's still some of these left. I bought this probably about a year and a half ago. They were originally released on February 28th of 2020. So we're already going on over 4 years these have been around. And this is a good time to probably get your hands on them if you're interested in picking this up. Signed and hand numbered, limited edition, 3 LPs, 2 CDs, and a DVD of the full performance live from the Libero in celebration of Charles's 80th birthday, which was March 15th, 2018. And they did this live concert in his hometown of Santa Barbara's Libero Theater. And with him, he's got a great lineup of musical friends, which include the great guitarist Julian Lage, pianist Gerald Clayton. You've got bassist Reuben Rogers, drummer Eric Harland, and then you've got special guests Booker T. Jones and bassist Don Was. So I'm going to open this up, give you a quick tour through the box set, see if it's something that you're interested in. If you're a Charles Lloyd fan, this might be something you want to pick up while you can. Again, it is signed by him. This was recorded by Santa Barbara Sound Design, and it was mixed by Santa Barbara Sound Design. Mastered and lacquers cut by Bernie Grundman, and they sound fantastic, these records. Pressed at RTI. They're very quiet pressings. They sound great. But I also really like the DVD film of the concert in here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Charles Lloyd. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to show you it also comes with a 96-page hardcover book, 2 photo prints, one of which is signed. So let's go ahead and open it up and have a look and see if this is something you guys might want to pick up. Again, I'm just doing this quick unboxing just to kind of put it out there that these are still available. It's a really nice box set, something that you might be interested in adding to your collection. And Charles Lloyd is a fantastic, very talented musician that really is not bound to any genre, even though he's known as a jazz player and is rooted in kind of a West Coast avant-garde, post-bop, even into free jazz type of music. He really just explores all different types of musical realms. That's one thing I really like about him. He was born in 1938 in Memphis, Tennessee, and he just released a new album on Blue Note. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Charles. I'm going to show you a couple of my old albums as well. And I'm going to go through this box set and show you, first of all, show you the 3 LPs that come with this. So let's go ahead and pull these out. We'll have a look here. Now, Charles Lloyd, although he's, again, known for jazz, he's tenor sax player, flute player, occasionally plays alto sax. He's been playing since 1959. But his musical foundation goes deeper. And as a teenager, he played with, George Coleman, Harold Mayburn, people like that. But he also played with these great blues artists like Bobby Blue Bland, Howlin' Wolf, even B.B. King, and R&B singer Johnny Ace. So he's not, he has a very, very rich musical foundation. He earned a degree as well in music at the University of Southern California. He studied with a Bartok specialist named Halsey Stevens, so he's even into that classical music. But in the evenings when he was in California, he actually went out and played with Ornette Coleman, Billy Higgins, Scott LaFaro, Don Cherry, Charlie Hayden, Eric Dolphy, Bobby Hutcherson, and other of these great West Coast jazz guys. And that's really where he's got his roots. So this right here is the first album. Again, this is live recording. And the first tune on this is fantastic, Dreamweaver. But even when you're listening to these old tunes like Dreamweaver, which came off of his 1966 album, when you listen to that version and then listen to this, you hear how he's grown and expanded, and how he has just really grown as a musician throughout his life. He doesn't stay in one place. So he's kind of like, in my opinion, he's kind of like the Miles Davis and Wayne Shorter type of guys that never really stayed rooted in one place, but are always expanding and moving on and doing new things. And that's really what I like about him. These do come with nice poly sleeves. All three of the albums here come in the same type of jacket, single sleeve jacket, and it comes in this poly sleeve, 180 gram vinyl. He was also a member of the Gerald Wilson Big Band. 1960, he was musical director at Chico Hamilton's band. He credits Phineas Newborn, who, if you don't know who he is, he's a great piano player who grew up around Charles Lloyd, and he was a huge influence on planting the seed for Lloyd to start his musical journey. This is the second LP here. It's got the green label. And we got the third record here. And again, you've got the same music on the 2 CDs and on the DVD, the film. Here's the third record. And it comes on a orange label. In 1964, Lloyd signed with Columbia Records. That was his first label. And has since released 53 albums as a leader or co-leader. And he's played with guys such as Cannonball Adderley, Les McCann, Joe Sample, and he's even recorded with the Beach Boys and The Doors. Comes with an insert here with some notes. And you get the signed print, which is signed by Charles Lloyd here. Hand signed, hand numbered. So this is 1864 of 2000. And these are really nice thick cardstock, so you could, these would be nice for framing. And here's the second print. Pretty cool. So again, this was recorded for his 80th birthday. He has been on a lot of different labels. Of course, I talked about Columbia, where he did his first few records. Atlantic, he was on Cap, A&M, ECM, has been on Blue Note since 2015, and has done 10 albums with Blue Note. And here is your 96-page hardcover book, which I'm going to flip through here as I talk a little bit more about Charles. Let me show you really quick the 2 CDs. They come in these single sleeves here. So you got your 2 CDs. And you got your DVD. And the DVD I like a lot. I've watched it several times now. And it's very artistic. It's the whole concert. It was filmed very well, but the way it was filmed was very artistic. It's done very well. You can probably go find some clips of it online on YouTube. I do recommend that you go check out this album and see if it's something you're interested in. I like live music, as I've talked to you guys before on this channel, and this is a very, very well-recorded and well-filmed live performance. All right, so here's your hard book, which there's a couple of, write-ups in here, but it's mostly pictures. Very nice quality. And it's just Charles never stays in one place. It's amazing to think about that his first album came out like 1964, and here he is in 2024 with new release on Blue Note, which I have in my cart on Amazon that I want to pick up, and I just haven't picked it up yet just because I've spent too much money on albums and I haven't got around to it yet. But you can see that this has just got some great pictures in here. Charles Lloyd's one of those guys that you don't put on one of his records and then do things around the house. If you put on a Charles Lloyd record, you put it on and you sit down and listen to it. If you're new to jazz and you're just getting into it, Charles is going to be a bit challenging, I think, for you to sit down and listen to. It's not going to be something that's easy to follow or easy to digest for the most part. It's going to take your attention, and it's the attention that's required. The music deserves that attention. It's that good. And to me, this 3-record set here really demonstrates that he has lost nothing in his playing ability, and his composition and arrangement skills are top notch. So a lot of cool pictures in here. I'm going to flip through here. Then I'm going to show you some of my favorite old original pressings of Charles Lloyd. I probably have about maybe a dozen of his albums. So you can see how nice the book is. You can see how thick the pages are, kind of semi-gloss pages. They're a lot of cool pictures. If you're a Charles Lloyd fan, I think you're really going to dig it. So you've got Dreamweaver on here, Requiem. Dreamweaver's 21 minutes. Requiem, 11.5 minutes. La Lorna, 9 minutes. Part 5, Ruminations, takes up a whole side of a record, 18 minutes. Abide With Me, 6 minutes. Song for Charles, 3 minutes. And you got Island Blues, 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Shenandoah, 10.5 minutes. Sombrero Sam at 11.5 minutes. Green Onions, a pretty cool version of Green Onions. It's about 8.5 minutes long. Everybody gets a chance to stretch out and play on this. Forest Flower, a fantastic version of Forest Flower at almost 11.5 minutes. And You Are So Beautiful is the last tune on the album. It's 5 minutes and 43 seconds. So most of these tunes, again, are a lot of room for everybody to play. And it demands your attention to sit down and listen and get your beverage and pull out this book and flip through it while you're listening to the record. So I just wanted to show this to you guys, do a quick video, and that way you guys know that it's still available. There's a link below on the video of where you can purchase it. And again, if you're a Lloyd fan, you want to get something autographed by him and have a limited edition, something to add to your collection, this might be something that you might be interested in getting. So I'll go ahead and flip through this real quick. Then I'm going to show you a few of my favorite originals that I have of his from the 60s and early 70s that I think are worth picking up. And a lot of times you can still find his albums from the 60s and 70s. You can usually find those for a pretty decent price. Most of mine I found under 20 bucks, and they're in great shape. They sound good, and you just have to keep your eye out for them when you go to the record store, because even though, in my opinion, this guy's a living legend, he's still not as popular, obviously, as like a Bill Evans or a Miles Davis or those types of guys. And therefore, you can find his records usually easier and not as expensive as some of those guys. And also, again, he's kind of been more of an avant-garde, you know, delves into the free jazz and post-bop stuff, and might be a little difficult for some people that are new to jazz to get into. So there's the book, and I'm going to show you now some of my OGs. Charles Lloyd Quartet, Dreamweaver. Get your hands on this. Fantastic album. This is on that blue and green label. I really dig this. Charles Lloyd, Forest Flower. 66 is Dreamweaver, 67 Forest Flower, live here at Monterey. Great album. Charles Lloyd in the Soviet Union. This is a 71 album. Actually, it's a 70 album. This one's 1970. And this other live one, The Flowering, recorded in concerts, the 1971. This is an actual promo copy that I have. So those are some of the ones that, you know, if you're interested in collecting some of the older Charles Lloyd, these are 4 of my favorites that I pulled from my collection. I've got probably a dozen of his albums. So just wanted to share those with you guys. So again, you get the book, the 2 CDs, the DVD, you get these 2 prints, signed print, hand numbered. You get the insert. And then you get your 3 LPs, 180 gram, in the anti-static sleeves. So there you have it. I appreciate you guys joining me. Please leave your comments. Let me know what your favorite Charles Lloyd album is. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear your comments. And if you have this box set, let me know what you think of it. And I've got a lot of live reviews on that are queued up here that I'll be doing again every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. I will have drops that are all going to be live reviews where I drop the needle, talk about the record, and we get to listen to them together. So this one, I just wanted to do a quick unboxing, show you guys this, and let you know that it is still available out there. And if you're a Charles Lloyd fan, this might be something you'll want to pick up. So stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff coming. Happy listening to all. We'll talk to you later on.